Their next chance to do so will come up Saturday, 5 o'clock tip-off from Columbia, Missouri, taking on those Mizzou Tigers, who will certainly be feeling very good heading home after they defeated Florida in Gainesville 83-82 that we saw just moments ago. So again, 5:30 is the courtside show on, 4:30 is the courtside show on Saturday, 5 o'clock tip. Hope to have you here alongside on the network across many of these same stations. For Chuck Barrett and Matt Zimmerman out in Baton Rouge, I'm Zach DeBozart here in the Learfield Network Studios. Go Hogs and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, Arkansas. One more time, your final score, LSU 78, Arkansas 74. We'll see you on Saturday from Columbia, Missouri here on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
On the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield, you've been listening to the Sonic Postgame Show. Sonic has proudly sponsored Razorback Athletics for over 25 years. Live free. Eat Sonic. University of Arkansas basketball has also been sponsored by your Arkansas Ford dealers. Test drive the Ford F-150, official truck of the Razorbacks, at a dealer near you. First Security Bank. It's banking with people you know and people you know you can count on. First Security. Bank better. Coca-Cola, proud to be the official soft drink sponsor of the Razorbacks. Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield, trusted by Arkansans for more than 75 years for reliable, affordable health insurance. Take good care, Arkansas, by UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Razorbacks. Visit Hot Springs. Time for a road trip to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Learn more at hotsprings.org. By Shelter Insurance. For award-winning service, find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. West Rock Coffee. Produced right here in Arkansas, West Rock is proud to be the official coffee sponsor of the Razorbacks. By Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resort. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. By Summit Utilities, delivering natural gas to Razorback fans all across Arkansas. Arkansas Heart Hospital, dedicated to your heart. Ballpark, proud to be the official hot dog of the Razorbacks. By Zips Car Wash, proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Harps, quality foods, hometown fresh. It's that simple at Harps. The Arkansas Department of Health. Quit tobacco. We can help. By SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of Razorback Athletics. Edward Jones. Find a financial advisor near you at edwardjones.com. By Roller Funeral Homes. For 3 generations, the Razorback Nation has trusted the Roller family to serve yours with all our respect. Kubota. For Earth, for Life. Highland Dairy. Locally made, naturally delicious. By your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. The University of Arkansas Online, offering flexible degree programs. Apply now at online.uark.edu. By Qual Choice Health Insurance, the quality choice for health insurance. Keep it simple with Qual Choice. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, reliable, affordable, responsible power. By Baptist Health, Arkansas's largest and most comprehensive health system. Greenway Equipment, for equipment that works as hard as you do. Regions Bank. Regions, the official bank of the SEC. And by Modelo Especial, brewed for full-time Razorback fans. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Razorback Sports Network.
Richmond off a curl. Billy drives, cut off, away to Nelly. Left wing, 3, good. John L. Davis pumps home a 3. Hogs are up 16-13. Boogie right side. Free throw line extended. Gets a screen. Steps back. Launches a 3, and it's good.
This is Hog Reaction, presented by Sawyer's. Everything for outside the house. Brought to you by Buffington Homes.
4 seconds, 3 seconds. Adu blocked by Collins, and the ball game is over. The game clock expires, and LSU has beaten Arkansas 78-74. Wow.
Hog Reaction is also presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville.
Christian Johnston here with you. Matt Jones in studio, as well as we bring you Hog Reaction as Arkansas falls to 0-4 in SEC play, 78-74. The LSU Tigers come up victorious tonight. Matt, this one kind of stings a little bit because, you know, we got out to a double-digit lead at one point in this game, and there were times where it felt like we might run away with it, but the second half it was back and forth. And I know at one point LSU was on a 20-3 run. That can't happen, man. And you expect to win. It's hard to win on the road, but just overall didn't do enough good things. LSU, they needed this win just as badly as we did, and they played like it. And they were able to make more plays at the end. Going to the free throw line, I know, was the big discrepancy. Arkansas falls by 4, 0-4 in SEC play, and it doesn't feel. It feels like there's not a lot of light at the end of the tunnel right now, Matt.
Christian, good to be here with you today. Wish it was on better terms, but this is where we're at right now. Yeah, you're right. Didn't make enough plays down the end. And also, again, we let another player have a career night on us. I think we're 4 for 4 when I'm listening to the, to the announcers, the pundits talking about Arkansas basketball and talking about the teams we're playing. We couldn't stop Cam Carter, 27 points, his career high there in an LSU uniform. We did that last week, and we did it the week before. So, yeah, just not making enough good plays. There was I'm proud of Brazil. I think Brazil has improved. He's passing the ball well, he's cutting well. He had that play back to back. He turns the ball over. They get 2 points. Then he comes back down and he does his flagrant screen. They hit 2 points on their 2 free throws and the ball. Then they make a 3. So in 36 seconds, that was a 7-point swing right there, and it was a game of runs, and that was something that could have been prevented. You just gave him 7 points right there, and it was a physical game of runs, and we just couldn't figure it out.
Hog Reaction is brought to you by Sawyer Sunrooms, the Stadium Shop on Razorback and Buffington Homes. Give us a call. Share your thoughts. I think going into this game, we knew the importance. We knew we had to have it, and we didn't get it. And that is a little concerning. What I see from this team after 4 games, kind of see it again tonight, a collection of talent, but that's not enough to win ball games. You've got to make the plays when they count, and there wasn't enough of that tonight, Matt. This team knows how to get out to a lead, but they don't. When you get out to a lead, you've got to protect the lead. You can't play like it's you can't play like you're up 30. You've got to play like it's tied when you've got a double-digit lead, and this team doesn't do that very well.
Yeah, I was proud of. Is that better with the volume unit?
Yeah, a little bit more. I think we're
a little bit more. All right, I was proud of Janelle Davis. That I thought he did better. Is that good right there?
Yeah, there we
go. Okay, there we go. I was proud of Janelle Davis. I thought he was playing well. He played with confidence at times, so hopefully he can get back to that.
Yeah.
Was proud of Brazil. He got the ball and shot a 3, and that's the thing. Even if a guy just has a hand in his face, you can't block his shot. So if he's catching it in rhythm and he's square, I like his game. You can tell Big Z's hurt a little bit still. Mm-hmm. He's just not comfortable. You got to get a little more out of Wagner. Wagner's playing a lot of minutes. And you'd like a little bit more out of him lately. But yeah, it just we could not make the plays down the stretch.
Yeah, I liked the way John L. Davis started, had 10 quick points, and he ended up finishing with 10. You'd like to get a little bit more out of him, considering how he started. I know Boogie Flan started off kind of slow. He ended up with 19 points, which led the team. And I liked the way Adu played, Jonas Adu, and even you got 13 from Thiero. So all in all, you kind of got the point production that you were expecting, but I don't know. LSU just kind of they matched you scoring wise, and that's something that typically LSU is not able to do. They're a decent team at home, but the crowd wasn't really a factor tonight. They got loud a couple times, when LSU would make some plays, but man, overall, this was a game that you really could have stole one, and you made a push late, but it just ultimately was not enough. And again, we want to hear your thoughts. First segment, open it up. We kind of got our initial thoughts out of the way, and we want to hear from you. 877-377-6963. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back on Hog Reaction.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes, the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
Got me really hot. So cold that one.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyer's has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyer's and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyer's, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith or online at sawyers-sunroom.com.
Looking for a new home in the heart of Northwest Arkansas? Head to the Cottage at the Park. These beautiful homes by Buffington have direct access to a 120-acre park and offer maintenance-free yards. That means free time can be spent watching the hogs, traveling, playing in the park, or just enjoying a weekend without yard work. For relaxed living at its finest, Cottage at the Park is the best move you'll make. Visit BuffingtonHomesAR.com/hogradio for details.
Happy New Year from all of us at Crabtree RV Center in Alma. We invite you to party with us all year as we celebrate 75 years in business. We are proud to have served the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas area for 75 extraordinary years. Here's to 75 more. Happy New Year from all of us at Crabtree RV Center in Alma. We invite you to party with us all year as we celebrate 75 years in business. We are proud to have served the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas area for 75 extraordinary years. Here's to 75 more.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird Real Estate Group has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at limbirdteam.com. LIMBIRD.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
We all make plans for the future, like car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires. Don't disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Randy Milam in Alma or Brandon Zimmerman in Barley.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Missing or broken teeth? Sharp Smiles wants you to start chewing again with dental implants. Scared of the dentist? Sharp Smiles will help you overcome your fear. Big dental problems? Sharp Smiles Modern Dentistry and Implants is your answer to your dental needs and services, where your smile is top priority. Get the smile you have always wanted from the friendly faces at Sharp Smiles, 2600 Market Trace, Suite B, off Jenny Lind across from Harps. For more information, visit the website at sharpsmilesdds.com or call 648-9988.
At Central Hydraulic in Fort Smith, the work doesn't just stop when the temperature drops. We're your go-to service provider. Be sure to prep your machine and stay ahead of the frost and costly damage. Still using summer oil? Winter-friendly oil is the weapon your machine needs. Be sure to get an oil change. Check your hydraulic fluid, fuel prep, and battery check. For all these services needed in the cold weather months, come see Central Hydraulic for all your hydraulic needs at 6104 Highway 271 South or call at 479-646-0571. Central Hydraulic, your service provider.
Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing on all 2024 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Encore GX is a boldly styled 5-person SUV that is ready to reward. Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing for well-qualified buyers. This is a limited time offer. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith and online at harryrobinson.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Boogie feeling it right now. Steps back. 3 on the way. He made another one. Boogie Flan's been a one-man gang. 8 quick points. Followed by Jonas Adu with 2 hands. Adu pulls Arkansas within 5, and Cal calls a quick timeout.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes and by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. It doesn't get any more Razorback than the Stadium Shop. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. Tune in to Hog Reaction after every Razorback basketball game right here on ESPN Arkansas.
There's an open shooter there, and the three-pointer from John L. Davis is good.
This is Hog Reaction.
Hog Reaction. Arkansas falls 78-74 on the road. Heartbreaking loss. We are presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback, Sawyer Sunrooms, and Buffington Homes. Matt, the Ole Miss game hurt. You kind of expected the Florida game to fall the way it did, but I think if we were going to have any true shot at kind of turning this thing around, you would think that it would have started tonight. And I'm not saying it can't turn around, but you know, after losing a game quite like this, it kind of feels like the momentum is definitely not on your side. And, you know, you got a tough one against Missouri coming up, and they got a big win tonight over Florida, at Florida. It's not looking pretty on the horizon right now, Matt.
Yeah, you know, we're letting teams shoot too well. I think every team shot above 45% on us in the second half in conference play through 4 games. Gotta play better on the defensive side. I thought we did at times. You know, we had some runs. It wasn't like the other 3 games where the other team controlled the game the whole time. We were in control a little bit. I thought there early in the second half we had a chance to kind of, they were ready to fold, and we couldn't get enough stops, and then they got about a 9-0 run on us, and then we couldn't catch back up. That's the thing. You get on the road and you give a team confidence. You let LSU believe that they belonged with us. That LSU team is a bad team, bro. That is not a good basketball team.
Yeah.
Now, they got some athletes. Don't get me wrong. They have some athletes, couple dudes that can go, but there's not a lot of NBA talent on that LSU roster. That's a bad loss for the Hogs.
LSU shot 28 free throws tonight, made 26 of them. Arkansas got 13, and they made 11, so there's a huge difference there. And really the only other difference was LSU had 31 points from their bench. You had 18. Other than that, it was pretty much Arkansas winning every statistical category. They only had 2 guys get into double figures. Cam Carter had 27 points, Jordan Sears with 17, and that was it. Arkansas had 5 players in double figures. You got 19 from Boogie Flan, 10 from DJ Wagner and John L. Davis. You got 13 from Adu Thiero, and Jonas Adu gave you 12 points. It just, Arkansas had a 12-point lead in the first half. And, I know it was early in the game, but when you get a lead like that, kind of expect to, good teams kind of, they keep control of the game. When they get a double-digit lead, they usually don't give it up. And Arkansas did that tonight. We've got Charlie in Camden on the line with us. I know he's probably got some strong opinions about the way this one ended tonight. Charlie, let us hear him.
Steven and I don't. I'm actually the opposite. Kind of at a loss for words with this one, with this team. A little bit different than what you might think that I might say. I might come on here and come up with all these different things, but you kind of painted a great picture there. You could talk about the statistics, and I can't really look at other than the free throws that you said were the biggest difference in the game. Matt, in this league, we talk about athletes a lot, and yes, LSU got some athletes too. It's just, you're right, they're not the greatest team in the world, and that's basketball nowadays is you got to have athletes, but you gotta find ways to win. You got to be good enough, and I hate to say this, I just, as a fan, as someone who loves the game, watches it all the time, like everybody, but I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel for this team. I just don't. And I'm kind of defeated in that sense. I'm not saying I'm not going to watch their games. Of course I'm going to watch. I'm always going to watch the Hogs, but I don't have an answer for how this team turns it around. And I think even when you play well in this league, you might still be in a fight where it just comes down to a few possessions here and there. And see you in it. I just don't. I don't know, man. I really don't. And you got another tough one, Missouri. You talked about, and
let's just face it, they're all going to be tough. Every single game. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it is what it is, and we're looking at it right in the face. This may be the best the league has ever been, no doubt about it, and that's the truth. But that's no excuse for us. We're not good enough right now, and I don't know if we're going to be able to turn this thing around. I really don't. But the sun will rise tomorrow, so we'll see. They got to get back to work, and that's all they can do. I feel sorry for them. Hope they don't throw the towel in. That's the tough thing. Mentally now, it's got to really be getting to them. Anyways, y'all have a good one.
Yeah, Matt, like you always say, nobody's going to come and save them. They've got to dig out of this themselves. It kind of feels like football, the way the conference has been in football. You've got a great coach, a great collection of talent, but the margin of error in this league, you can get beat by anybody. LSU had no business really winning that game tonight. I mean, they had all the reason to come out and play hard, but at the end of the day, player for player, you should have the clear advantage. And I mean, it didn't happen tonight. LSU, they D'd up when they had to. They made shots when they had to, got to the free throw line. It seemed like at will at times. And it's weird because you see moments in the game where Arkansas looks like they're about to run away with it, where they clearly look like they're the better team. And then it's like they turn into the opposite, it's just like there's so many phases of this team that you see in the course of a game, and right now they don't really have a DNA. It's just kind of like, let's just try to make it through the game, and hopefully it's enough, and it hasn't been enough. 0-4 in the SEC. You've played some good teams. Tonight was not one of those times where you can say, man, we just lost to a great team. You can't say that tonight, Matt.
No, you can't. I think Boogie is getting better. That little spell he had today, I don't know, it was about a 2-minute spell where I think he had 11 points and an assist. Thero, most nights he is the best athlete. Now, LSU had some athletes that could match him, but Thero's still going to always be one of the best athletes out there. You'd like to get a little more out of Wagner. I'm a DJ Wagner guy, man. I love his game. I love how he plays it. He kind of reminds me of Marcus Smart, if you remember Marcus Smart from Oklahoma State. Just a physical guard that can do a lot of different things. So if you can get a little more out of him.
Only took 6 shots tonight. Is that a little surprising?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't for lack of trying, but he reads the game well. He's an unselfish player. I like him 2 or 3 from the 3-point line. Boogie's doing his thing. He's still, man, it's 6 of 17. He's leading our team in shots, but it's a lot of shots.
He takes a lot of contested shots, and late in the game he kind of started hitting them, but in a close game that can come back to bite you. I'm not going to put the game on him by any means. It's just like you'd like to see the efficiency be a little better. And a guy that wasn't too efficient tonight, I guess, was Adu Thiero. You'd like to see a little more out of him as well. But, I mean,
yeah, you'd like to see him shoot the ball better, but he had a double-double. Adu had a double-double as well, added 4 blocks. Thiero, 2 steals. He's a stat sheet stuffer. That's what you're going to get out of him, his aggressiveness. And I think Adu's coming along. I think back-to-back, this is number 9's best game. There was a play late where we tried to bounce pass to 9. You got to understand your personnel. And I think it was either Wagner or Thiero that did that. And it's like, you can't pass him that ball. He's not capable of, don't ask players to do things they can't do. And it was a turnover. You got to throw that to the rim or you got to attack. And I thought for some of the game, Christian, I thought we offensive rebounded pretty well.
Yeah, there were times where we actually did pull down some rebounds. And, I thought they really defended really well coming out. I think Arkansas made it very tough on LSU, and then it kind of just got into a score fest where neither team was playing great defense. But that intensity that I saw early in the game, I thought they would kind of, keep it up, and that would be, enough to kind of got them to a win. But it kind of got away from them a little bit, and this team really doesn't shoot the ball that great. So. And tonight LSU really didn't either. They shot 40%. You shot 39%, but they shot it a little bit better than you, especially at the free throw line. I mean, they shot at the free throw line 28 free throws, which was 92%. They made 26 of them, so that's almost 93% actually. So there's the key right there. They got fouled and they made their free throws, and when the shots aren't falling, you've got to get to the line, and Arkansas didn't do enough of that tonight. We've got Brent on the line. Brent, give us your thoughts, man. I know you've got some to share with us.
Y'all could stop doing this show after every game and just replay the previous show, because we always come up with the same answers. You know what I mean? This team, I don't even know how to describe it. It looks like they're playing hard. You feel like they're playing hard, but they're not able to get to the mountaintop.
Yeah.
And tonight was probably their best shot for a while to get to the mountaintop, and they didn't do it.
Yeah.
And John L. Davis had 10 points. I don't know what to say about this team anymore. I truly don't. And we're back to the point where we can't turn around an 0-4 start. Because look now, guys, to win 20 games, we got to win 9 conference games. We got to go out of our rule. How many's left? 13 games. We got to go 9-4 in conference.
We got 13.
That's going to be hard.
I thought you were going to say like 2 games left. I can't watch 13 more Razorback games. I mean, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean,
but where does the blame need to go? Is it to the coaching?
It starts with Coach Cal and it ends with Coach Cal. That's where everything goes. He's the leader. He's the one that evaluates talent. He's the one that gets these kids in here. It starts and ends with Coach Cal.
And I heard
he's our leader.
I heard something during the game where, Coach Cal told some of the older players, if Boogie's not talking, then they need to, tell him to talk. Well, apparently you don't have that type of leadership on your team. I mean, that's kind of what I'm seeing right now. There's no leadership. It's, like you said earlier today, Matt, when guys aren't hitting shots, it's kind of hard to be that vocal leader.
Exactly. And I don't know. I'm going to watch them. Is it Saturday night they play Missouri?
Yes, sir. I'll be watching too.
And did Missouri beat Florida?
They did by 1. They hung on by 1 point on the road.
That's scary, guys. I mean, could we? I mean, I don't mean to bear bad news, but could we be the next 0-18 team in the conference?
And we'll get I mean, you'd think at some point that the ball will bounce your way, but it does seem like right now they're kind of losing every game in a different way, and it just seems like it's inevitable. Like they're going to play well in stretches, but when it comes down to it, they're not going to be able to get it done in winning time. That's kind of the.
Who would have ever thought our Ragamuffin ladies basketball team would have more conference wins at this time than a highly paid men's team?
All right, Brent. Thanks for calling in, man. We got to hit a break. We're going to get some other callers in here starting next segment, but give us your thoughts. 877-377-6963. Arkansas loses to LSU 78-74. It's Hog Reaction with Christian Johnston and Matt Jones, presented by Sawyer Sunrooms, the Stadium Shop on Razorback, and Buffington Homes. Stay with us.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes, the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
You got me really hot, so cool that one down.
We all make plans for the future, like car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires. Don't disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Randy Milam in Alma or Brandon Zimmerman in Barley.
Happy New Year from Sharp Equipment. Come on over to the new Sharp Equipment today and explore what all Sharp has to offer. From our latest offers and deals as a Wacker Newson dealer to customized hydraulic and industrial hoses, equipment repairs, and as a Cinnabogan authorized service provider, we're able to offer even more. Stop in to check out the new location at 5608 Wheeler Avenue in Fort Smith, or give us a call at 479-649-0500 to see how at Sharp Equipment we help you move more than just the world. We help you move forward. Sharp Equipment, your Wacker Newson dealer.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
Waldron Wave Rural Connect. Internet is now available in your area. Fast fiber internet and full-featured home phone are ready for you. This covers areas around Waldron, Bates, Winfield, Y-City, and more. Check out your address online today. The best whole home solution of internet and phone, all from a local provider you can trust. Order online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Up to $10,000 off or $7,000 off and 0% financing on select 2024 GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The 24 GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off or take $7,000 in discounts and 0% financing with approved credit. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today and see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit can save you up to $500 off your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by the Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
Looking to protect yourself and your family this flu season? Law's Drug Store at 6802 Rogers Avenue offers the latest vaccines for adults and seniors in both COVID-19 and the flu. Law's Drug Store has friendly pharmacists ready to assist you with no appointment necessary. Call 452-6116. It's quick, it's easy, and in most cases, free with your insurance. Law's Drug Store, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Open 6 days a week to care for you and your family.
Hey everyone, Erica Jensen here at AAA Business Systems in Northwest Arkansas. Are you happy with your current office technology provider? Did you know that AAA Business Systems has been in business since 1979 and longer than any other provider in Northwest Arkansas? Listen up, I may be a Cajun girl at heart, but I'm a Razorback through and through. Call me today at 479-442-4185 to learn more about the one company that could truly change the way you work and remember anything else is just a copy.
Boogie feeling it right now. Steps back. 3 on the way. He made another one. Boogie Flan's been a one-man gang. 8 quick points. Followed by Jonas Adu with 2 hands. Adu pulls Arkansas within 5, and Cal calls a quick timeout.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes and by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. It doesn't get any more Razorback than the Stadium Shop. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. Tune in to Hog Reaction after every Razorback basketball game right here on ESPN Arkansas.
There's an open shooter there, and the three-pointer from John L. Davis is good.
This is Hog Reaction.
I got to do a better job with this team. Again, we have a 12-point lead. Again, we'll look at the shot selection, the offensive rebounds again. They had 6 points off offensive rebounds, and then we were fouling. So they're 10 for 10 from the line. There's just stuff that we got to clean up, and it's on me. I mean, I look at this team, and I know we're better than we're playing. We're making some back-to-back turnover, flagrant, all stuff that just wipes you out. But, again, I told them in there, I'm not cracking. I'm just going to keep coaching.
That's kind of a good way to put it. I think that's kind of how we feel. We're not going to crack, Matt. We're going to come in here and talk about this, and there's really no reason to get all worked up. I mean, you can be upset, but, it is what it is. It's just, if Cal can't figure it out, there's really nothing, I'm sure he'll get it kind of turned around, but, he's just going to keep coaching, like you said, and, that's all he can do.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about in that first segment. Whenever he turns the ball over, they get a fast break, 2 points. Then the very next time he comes down, sets a flagrant screen. They hit their 2 free throws, and then when they take the ball out on the side out, they hit a 3-point play. So that was 7-point swing. I think we had the lead 52-51 right before that. It was a tight game, and that's what I mean in a game like that. And the thing we've talked about, too, is the one thing about these officials, the only consistent thing you're going to get is they're going to be inconsistent because, honestly, dude, they let these teams battle. I thought they were so physical, aggressive. There was a lot of no calls, and then all of a sudden it was kind of a frustration-type move, and you would think from Brazil, he's not a freshman anymore. He can't do that, and he does that too much. He lets his emotions get away from him, and that was a big turning point right there. That was 7 free points.
Yep.
That could have been negated.
I thought at the start of the game, I thought Arkansas did a great job of defending without fouling. It seemed like in the second half, I don't know if the refs were kind of quicker with their whistle or what it was, but they didn't do as good of a job. LSU did a much better job of drawing fouls and going to the free throw line. We talked about the discrepancy. Not going to hammer that too much, because that's just part of the game. LSU just they made enough plays tonight, and Arkansas didn't. I know that it was like 50-43. I think Arkansas got out to a lead there, and that's when I thought Arkansas would pull away. It just did not. It didn't happen tonight, and that's one thing that I don't know if it takes time. It takes something, but Arkansas hasn't figured out how to win a game. They do things well within the game, but they can't, when it matters, they can't get it done. Eduardo, the Sherpa, is calling in from Clarksville, and I want to hear his thoughts. I know everyone else does. 877-377-6963. Let us hear your thoughts, Eddie.
Thank you for taking my call, gentlemen. Just getting off work at the DC. I tried to catch as much of it as I could. But to me, it's the runs that we give up, this team. You know, tonight alone, 20-3 run.
Yep.
I mean, that cannot happen, and we have no response to that. We have no bigs that can hit. Your bigs give you nothing. And so there's nobody to come off the bench to help you. So, I'm not used to that. There's no six man on this team. Somebody to lift you up. There's no leader on this team. And so it's going to be a long season, gentlemen. We got another. I understand what Coach Cal is saying. You got a game. You just got to suit up. You got to play. I understand that. But, another game or two, I mean, this season's fixing to be over. I mean, and so you got to, I don't know we talking about evaluation of talent. It's either these players are way overrated, or they just, or they can't play on this level. It's just one or two things. It's the mental toughness. They don't have that either. So these are ingredients that, you have to have to compete in this league. And every team seems to me have better ingredients than we do. They have somebody that can come off the bench to help them. They have mental toughness. We're not physical enough. Your bigs, they have bigs that can contribute. We don't. I mean, let's just face it. Brazil, Visit, they give you nothing. So, I mean, they suit up. They're built like the Jolly Green Giant and play like Casper the Friendly Ghost. I said this earlier in a segment, so next year, I suspect that, I don't know what you tell. You got to go somewhere in the portal and get some physical players. I would go to Memphis. I've said this several times. I want to harp on it again. Some of our best teams, we got to get that pipeline going to Memphis again. You got to dig into that oil rich, just like your football. How Texas is important to our football program. We're not recruiting there very well either. So those are fertile grounds that we have to get back into. And so this season, I don't know, brace yourself, it's going to be a long season. We got baseball coming. And like I said, another couple of games, this season's fixing to be over. I mean, I don't see how it's going to get better when your bigs don't give you nothing. You have no mental toughness again. You have nobody to come off the bench. They give up runs that they cannot, what I mean. How do you give up a 20-3 run? I mean, there's where you lose games right there, gentlemen. Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, that 20-3 run, Matt. When I heard that on the radio broadcast, I was like, man, there's the game right there. I mean, that's a bad sequence of basketball. You can't give up a 20-3 run. You've got to be able to match teams. No, it doesn't matter how good the team is. If they get out on a 20-3 run at any point in the game, that does one thing, that gives them confidence, and it's hard to come back from that, especially in a back and forth type game. And despite the 20-3 run, Arkansas had chances to win the game, and it was just one of those crazy games where there really wasn't anything that you could really hang your hat on if you're Arkansas. I mean, you were just kind of playing with them. You made some shots here and there, but just LSU made more.
A 20-3 run, that doesn't go in the recipe of Hog Delight. That's for sure. I know physicality does, and I'll say it again. Each game for 4 conference games that this Razorback team's played, our second half defending has been pedestrian, and we've let a player in each one of these 4 games set their career best, their season high in conference play. And it's kind of like when the football team played Ole Miss and that Watkins receiver, we made him look like an All-American. We can't – it's like you can't let a dude have 27 on you consistently. We let the guard from Tennessee do his thing. I mean, it's every we let that big from Ole Miss have his career game against us. I mean, each game we're playing, we're letting another team set their career on us, and got to play better defense in the second half, got to play smarter. I mean, you can list that when you're 0-4 and you're about to be. I mean, I'm not going to say, but you got to go to a Missouri team that. I mean, there's a list. There's a list of things that we have to improve on.
And just another testament to how tough this league is. Missouri goes on the road and beats Florida 83-82 tonight. And then also a team that you lost to this year, Ole Miss with a 10-point win on the road at number 4 Alabama. That was the first win over an AP top 5 opponent in Ole Miss basketball history on the road. So, Alabama's no slouch, obviously, and they weren't able to get it done at home against Ole Miss. That might make you feel a little better had you not lost tonight, but losing to LSU doesn't help anything mentally, that's for sure. And Auburn tonight, 88-66 over Mississippi State, another really good team. I know Janiah Broome is hurt for Auburn. I don't know the timetable, but they were able to still get it done and blow out the Bulldogs tonight. Kentucky gets a win at home, 81-69 over the Aggies of Texas A&M. And then you obviously fall to LSU 78-74. Matt, we've kind of broke it all down tonight, so we want to hear more from the fans out there, guys. I know this is probably a deflating loss, but we want to hear it. We want to hear your thoughts on it. 877-377-6963. Again, Arkansas falls 78-74, and some good things tonight, but obviously weren't enough, Matt. And you got Missouri coming up. I know it's going to be a tough game on the road. That place is tricky to go get a win sometimes, and I haven't seen any reason for Arkansas to, I don't know how the players are feeling right now. I know Cal said he's not defeated. He's going to keep coaching, and that's really all you can do. You got to go 1-0 next week.
Man, it's going to be a battle. Don't drop the rope. Missouri is a better team than LSU. LSU's not a very good team. They just have some athletes. I don't know. I don't know where they go from here, but you're right. You gotta suit up, and it comes down to effort and talent. This is the two things it comes down to: effort or talent. I think we're giving effort, so we're just not very good. We just don't have the talent.
Hog Reaction is presented by Buffington Homes, helping you build a life you'll love. Online at buffingtonhomesar.com and by the Stadium Shop on Razorback. The Stadium Shop on Razorback is locally owned and operated by the family of U of A alumni with the largest selection of Razorback merchandise south of the North Pole. It doesn't get more Razorback than the Stadium Shop. Visit their website at shoponrazorback.com, and also by Sawyer's Sunrooms. Sawyer's, everything from the outside of the house: sunrooms, patio covers, pergolas, driveways, and windows, including decorative concrete. Visit them online at sawyers-sunrooms.com. All right, we're going to take a break here, and we want to hear your thoughts. 877-377-6963. Arkansas falls 78-74 to the LSU Tigers.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes, the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
You got me really hot, so cool that one down.
Your home is your biggest asset. So when you decide to add a sunroom, a patio cover, a new driveway, or new windows, you need to call a company you can trust. Sawyer's has been part of your community for over 30 years. They're insured, licensed, and have 100% financing for all of their products. Take all the worry out of your next project. Call Sawyer's and let them handle it from permitting to completion. Sawyer's, serving the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas with a full showroom located in Fort Smith, or online at sawyers-sunrooms.com.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
With the new $7 Lux Cravings box from Taco Bell, luxury is all in the details. A cheesy gordita crunch with the crisp bite of a crunchy taco wrapped in a pillowy flatbread. A beefy 5-layer burrito with seasoned beef stacked on velvety melted cheese. A crunchy taco, chips and nacho cheese sauce, and a medium drink. All for just $7. Live Lux for less today at Taco Bell. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks excluded. Free tax extra.
At Central Hydraulic in Fort Smith, the work doesn't just stop when the temperature drops. We're your go-to service provider. Be sure to prep your machine and stay ahead of the frost and costly damage. Still using summer oil? Winter-friendly oil is the weapon your machine needs. Be sure to get an oil change, check your hydraulic fluid, fuel prep, and battery check. For all these services needed in the cold weather months, come see Central Hydraulic for all your hydraulic needs at 6104 Highway 271 South or call at 479-646-0571. Central Hydraulic, your service provider.
Old Man Winter is here, bringing cold, nasty weather. And Jelco Outdoors has all the gear to keep you warm and dry. Insulated coats, jackets, overalls, coveralls, thermal socks, and gloves. For kids, up to men's 4X. Jelco Outdoors has the largest selection of winter boots in the River Valley to keep your feet warm and dry. Need a portable heater? Jelco has plenty of Mr. Heater portable propane heaters and accessories. Come see us at Jelco Outdoors. Stay safe and stay warm this winter. Jelco Outdoors, 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith, your cold weather store.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today and see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit can save you up to $500 off your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by the Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing on all 2024 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Encore GX is a boldly styled 5-person SUV that is ready to reward. Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing for well-qualified buyers. This is a limited time offer. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith and online at harryrobinson.com.
Happy New Year from all of us at Crabtree RV Center in Alma. We invite you to party with us all year as we celebrate 75 years in business. We are proud to have served the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas area for 75 extraordinary years. Here's to 75 more. Happy New Year from all of us at Crabtree RV Center in Alma. We invite you to party with us all year as we celebrate 75 years in business. We are proud to have served the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas area for 75 extraordinary years. Here's to 75 more.
Courtside with Fort Smith Public Schools.
You know, one of the things that the way I like to coach, I solicit a lot of feedback from the girls. And there's that language that you develop with your players that those seniors already know. And so when I'm asking them to do something, they can translate it for me, you know, or when I'm needing feedback from them, they kind of know what I'm wanting to hear.
Coaches take you inside on what's going on in Fort Smith sports. New episode every week on the Hit That Line podcast network and on hitthatline.com.
I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions. My favorite sport is hockey. I love the ice, the sliding, and especially the hits, but I don't love those things on our roads. Winter weather is here, so slow down and drive defensively. But if a bad driver gets past your goalie, call me to make a power play against the insurance company. After 13 years of settling car wreck claims, I've got more than a few tricks in my hat. Call 479-769-1505. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price.
Boogie feeling it right now, steps back, 3 on the way, he made another one. Boogie Flan's been a one-man gang, 8 quick points, followed by Jonas Adu with 2 hands. Adu pulls Arkansas within 5, and Cal calls a quick timeout.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes and by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. It doesn't get any more Razorback than the Stadium Shop. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. Tune in to Hog Reaction after every Razorback basketball game right here on ESPN Arkansas.
There's an open shooter there, and the three-pointer from John L. Davis is good.
This is Hog Reaction.
Arkansas falls 78-74 to the LSU Tigers in Baton Rouge tonight, falling to 0-4 in the SEC, 11-6 overall. You got the Missouri Tigers on Saturday, and I think at this point, Matt, you're just starving for a win. You want to get a win. You want to get that first win in the conference play, and you really need to start Saturday. And, you know, I think you got Georgia next at home. Like I said, nobody's going to be easy. It's going to be a grind probably throughout this whole rest of the season, but that doesn't mean you don't want to win. You don't want to lay down, and you don't want to just throw your hands up and Because I know the Cal is not going to do that, and I know the players aren't going to do that. Matt, it's hard as a player right now when you're not getting wins.
One thing we did in the first half that I noticed, we went to that little 3-2 matchup zone a little bit, kind of were switching some things. We didn't really do a whole lot on defense, I don't think, in the second half. You kind of gotta do a couple things to make them think a little bit. And I know we were going on some runs and doing that, but I did like the fact that we had a little 3-2 matchup going on. I thought at least it makes them pause, and at least it makes them think for a second. But yeah, I mean, it starts on the defensive side of the ball. There's not such thing as a good basketball team that can't play defense. So you gotta start on the defensive side.
Tonight you didn't get as much as you would want, not as much as LSU did from their bench. You were outscored 31-18. You led in fast break points, 16-13, second chance points, 11-8. You had 34 points in the paint to LSU's 26. Turnovers were pretty even. You had 16. That's kind of a lot. LSU had 15 in the game, and it looked like two desperate teams at times for a win. Two not so great teams, but LSU was better tonight. And I mean, you're going to have to ramp it up because going on the road is tough, and you got to somehow get a win against Missouri, who got a big time win. For those who are just tuning in, 83-82 over the Florida Gators. I think maybe the way Arkansas has been losing games, especially tonight, they're not defending the entire game, all four quarters. They'll defend in spurts, and you didn't put enough stops together tonight, Matt. And I really don't know what's got to change as far as, I don't know if the identity of this team is kind of up in the air, but something's got to change. Maybe talent gets them some wins this year. At times they shoot the ball well, but not well enough in the crucial moments when they really need a bucket. It kind of seems like things stall out. And tonight LSU was able to get more of those buckets in the crucial moments.
This is a very athletic team. They got a lot of athletes, but we're a below average basketball team. That's just what it is. We're a very, very average. We're nothing. I mean, it's just
didn't get a lot from Carter Knox either tonight.
They got names in a number, but I don't know what I do like Nine's getting better. He's playing. I think Brazil's playing better too. When I'm looking at players that are kind of up in their game a little bit, I think Nine's his last two games, and this was one of our better games, but LSU's not making the NCAA tournament, guys. No. You just got beat by a team that's not going dancing, and you know what? Arkansas is not going dancing. So so get ready for baseball season because basketball season's over.
So yeah, that's a good point, Matt. Let's say Arkansas turns it around. I mean, this is going to be a bad loss, more than likely. I don't think LSU's like you said. I don't think they're a tournament team either. This was the perfect opportunity to get that much needed win and kind of go into the next couple games with a fighter's chance. But I don't know what you do from here. If you're Arkansas, you just got to come out and play better. I mean, I think they started the game well. But it's a 4-quarter basketball game, and for whatever reason, this team's not able to play a full or it's actually a 2 halves, but it's a 2-half game. You got to play 2 halves, not just 1 half. And Arkansas has had trouble doing that this year. But a part of me, it is Cal's first year. I know a caller kind of brought up to me during the break, Cal didn't have a team when he took the job, and he kind of had to throw a bunch of players together. And I know that's kind of the way it is in basketball now with the transfer portal, but literally every single player is from the portal. I mean, he didn't have any returners Brazil technically entered the portal as well, so even he's a portal guy technically. And it's just not gelling right now. I guess Cal's able to get the right talent in, but sometimes it may not be the right fit. And for whatever reason, these guys aren't really playing as well as you would like them to, especially not as well as it takes to get wins in the SEC this year.
Christian, I like it when you're a Coach Cal apologist, man. That was pretty good work right there, man. You know, he's got 5 players on this team that are either former players of his that are like their father or a brother. And then Brazil, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard somebody say, well, he got in the portal, so he – no. He was a Razorback last year. It's okay. It's okay to say that. So there's 5 players, though, that are in his thing. He brought his Kentucky team. You're acting like that we hired Jerome Tang from Kansas State. This is Coach Cal. It's Nick Saban. He's on the Mount Rushmore. You can't apologize for Coach Cal. There's no he's got to figure it out. But there's no right now. This time we can't apologize. That's I can't do it.
I respect that. I'm just trying to look at. I mean, if you're trying to be positive. I don't know if there's much you can.
Positive is 2026. That's what we're
the next year.
This season's over. This is, and hopefully these guys can come back. But this team's not dancing. You know, you can go back, turn in your dress, turn in your suit. This team's not going anywhere in March.
I can't refute that. They're not playing very well right now, and in the SEC, I don't know that you really have you don't have any cupcakes in this league, and it's hard to see any light at the end of the tunnel right now, and I totally understand that. I want to hear some fans' thoughts though. 877-377-6963. Kind of give us a different perspective on this, but I try not to come down too hard on the team and Coach Calipari, but right now tonight was a game where you really needed to win and you didn't get it done, and it's not very encouraging. I'll tell you that right now, being a fan of this basketball team, and not much you can really say right now as far as what this team is doing well to kind of give you hope for the rest of the season, but we'll see what happens Saturday in Missouri. If they're able to get that win, heck, that's a good win right now. Missouri,
man, it'd be good to finally. The thing, Christian, is we got to see one go in. It's like a hitter in baseball that has his 8, 9, 10 games without a hit. You just got to get one and get that taste in your mouth. And 100%, this team needs one win, and then we'll see what happens. But right now, it's not looking good.
877-377-6963. This is Hog Reaction presented by Buffington Homes, the Stadium Shop on Razorback and Sawyer's Sunrooms. We are coming down the home stretch here on Hog Reaction. Still some time to get in with us. 877-377-6963. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes, the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
You got me really hot, so cool that one down.
Are you ready to build your dream home? Buffington Homes builds more than houses. We build a lifestyle you'll love. Specializing in affordable luxury homes, we offer beautiful communities in the best locations of Northwest Arkansas. Plus, you'll work hand in hand with our in-house designers to personalize every detail of your new home. From start to finish, our process is centered around helping you build a life you'll love. It's time to score the home of your dreams and love where you live. Visit BuffingtonHomesAR.com to get started.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Happy New Year from Sharp Equipment. Come on over to the new Sharp Equipment today and explore what all Sharp has to offer. From our latest offers and deals as a Wacker-Neuson dealer to customized hydraulic and industrial hoses, equipment repairs, and as a Cinnabogan authorized service provider, we're able to offer even more. Stop in to check out the new location at 5608 Wheeler Avenue in Fort Smith, or give us a call at 479-649-0500 to see how at Sharp Equipment we help you move more than just the world. We help you move forward. Sharp Equipment, your Wacker-Neuson dealer.
Looking to build your own field of dreams? Trust the experts at Tucker Construction and Remodeling. With over 30 years of experience, we turn blueprints into reality, ensuring top quality craftsmanship in every project. From homes to commercial spaces, our dedicated team makes your vision come to life. Choose Tucker Construction and Remodeling, where your dreams are built to last. Call us today at 650-6453 or visit tuckercr.com. My Tucker Construction, building your field of dreams.
Remodeling your bathroom? Don't let your imagination be limited by out-of-the-box shower doors or tub enclosures. Arkansas Glass and Mirror is your local source for all things glass, including plexiglass, mirrors, and shower doors since 1964. Arkansas Glass and Mirror has more selections, better prices, and the experience to help you build the shower of your dreams. They also have the only showroom in the area to help you create those dreams. Professional installation and professional service. Only at Arkansas Glass and Mirror, 1316 South Zero, Fort Smith, or online at arkansasglassandmirror.com.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or any individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today and see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit can save you up to $500 off your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by the Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
Man, I wish I knew you were here. We hear that every day at In Stock Parts, located off Highway 45 across from the cold storage in Fort Smith. Are you a maintenance technician, landscaper, farmer, or a do-it-yourselfer in need of bearings, belts, or roller chain? Or safety supplies like gloves, safety glasses, or earplugs? Maybe you need drill bits, tap and die sets, lubricants, or even a gas-powered pump or generator. Don't waste your time driving around. Stop by In Stock Parts, your industrial parts resource, or check them out online at InStockParts.com. In Stock Parts.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
We all make plans for the future, like car accidents, break-in, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Randy Milam in Alma or Brandon Zimmerman in Barley.
At Hug Chevrolet Buick GMC, we dial 782-8940.
This is Joe Calderera with Taliano's Restaurant. We call 782-8940.
Keep warm this winter with a York high-efficiency furnace. Or for more information on endless hot water and a high-efficiency tankless water heater, give Blaylock Heating, Air, and Plumbing Services a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Boogie feeling it right now. Steps back. 3 on the way. He made another one. Boogie Flan's been a one-man gang. 8 quick points. Followed by Jonas Adu with 2 hands. Adu pulls Arkansas within 5, and Cal calls a quick timeout.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes and by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. It doesn't get any more Razorback than the Stadium Shop. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. Tune in to Hog Reaction after every Razorback basketball game right here on ESPN Arkansas.
There's an open shooter there, and the three-pointer from John L. Davis is good.
This is Hog Reaction.
Arkansas falls 78-74 to the LSU Tigers. As you just heard, John L. Davis, man, he came out firing tonight, and when I saw that, I really thought, this could be Arkansas's night. They finally get that first win in the SEC, and the script was flipped in the second half. Arkansas did not play winning basketball, and you got to be able to do the little things well and the attention to detail, and it wasn't there tonight. And LSU, I think the big thing is you let a guy go for 27, and you pretty much held everyone else in check, but it's hard when you let a guy go off like that. It's hard to win like that.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's becoming the norm. If you want to set a career high against for your season, you do it against Arkansas. We're letting teams. It starts back to the Tennessee game when we let their little guard do his thing. Lanier had 29 points in that Tennessee game, and then you look at the Ole Miss game when Di had 21 points. He ain't ever scored 21 points. And so there's another one there that you're having to do that. Then you kept everybody in check for the most part. Nobody got crazy against you. So 3 out of 4 games you've had players set their high for the season in conference play against you.
What?
And it's on the defensive side, and you look at the team's second half field goal percentage. We don't get any stops in the second half.
I was about to say, Matt, is that a testament to is this a bad defensive team? Because it kind of reminds me in football when, some quarterbacks that maybe aren't, on the radar necessarily, they can all of a sudden put up this amazing performance and you can make them look like a Heisman winner.
We don't make other teams think on the defensive side of the ball. We play defense one way. And we're not mixing it up. We don't make. You're talking about quarterbacks. So when you're trying to face a quarterback, what do? You make them uncomfortable. You hit them. You change it up. Cover 2. You're zone blitzing. A man free. You're doing things. We don't do enough on defense. We're vanilla on We're not a very good defensive team. If you want to know my honest opinion, we have to be better defensively, or we're not going to beat anybody. We're so vanilla on defense.
Yeah, and that's a good point. Sometimes it looks like that on offense. I don't know if you would call it vanilla, but it's like, one-on-one, trying to ISO ball type stuff. And, at times, they obviously run plays, and there were some plays tonight where some guys got open. It looked beautiful, but whatever LSU did, they took a lot of that away in the second half, and it just kind of seemed like every time Arkansas was going on a little run, LSU would put a stop to it, and that's one thing you gotta give credit to. LSU was able to, put the pressure on defensively, and the shots were not falling when they needed to. And 78-74, the final score tonight. 5 guys in double figures. That if you'll take that every single game, just about. But for whatever reason tonight, didn't get it done. Matt, if you're Coach Cal right now, I mean, there's really not a whole lot you can say. You're 0-4. Everybody knows that. You obviously you've got to give them some kind of words of wisdom, advice for another tough opponent. You've got Missouri going in. At least they got this road game under their belt. Not a hostile environment. That's what concerns me. Missouri does get kind of loud at times, but not really known as a hostile environment. At least not at some of the SEC, as loud as some of the teams in the SEC. You got to test on the road at Tennessee. I thought that would kind of give them, some help them out tonight. But for whatever reason, it just wasn't enough.
I think if you're going to do something, and I know people might think that it sounds crazy, but I do think Nelly Davis is over the hump. So yeah. I think you should start Nelly Davis, Carter Knox. I've never understood this as a coach, and maybe somebody could ask a coach this question, because I've never, ever, ever, ever understood how people start somebody and they play single-digit minutes. Like, what are you talking about? You're going to start somebody and then he doesn't play. If he's not good enough. So I don't get that. We're starting Carter Knox. He played 11 minutes tonight. It's like, what are we doing? I just don't understand that. Coaches have their reasoning. I get it. Carter Knox is going to have to come back down. Maybe even Wagner. I'd maybe put Wagner with that second group. Maybe he can bring something off the bench. But I'd start Nelly. And I'd start Big Z. And that's the five I'd go with. Flan, Thero, Adu, and then you go Nelly, and you either go Brazil or Big Z right there as your other starter, and you see what you can do, and that way you're bringing instant offense, and that's Wagner's role. Hey man, when you come in this second unit, that's what you're doing. That's and then you're able to do that. But I don't know. But Knox, I mean you're starting a kid that and he plays 3 minutes a game. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, and a lot of that could be, just the short rotation. He's got 9 players to work with, and it's not a lot. You want to see Carter Knox give some.
Nelly's a smart defensive player. I think he just needs to get back into the rhythm and the routine, and he's finally over the hump. I think he's ready to go because you got to change something up because whatever we're doing is not working.
Yeah, and then him and Carter Knox and Richmond, for whatever reason, they're not filling the stat sheet up. They're not scoring a lot, and neither had Nelly Davis until tonight. He only had 10 points, which, I mean, that's still a solid game. It's just the way he started, man. It looked like he was going to kind of go off, but he's one of those guys. He's a streaky shooter. He'll give you 10 quick points, and he may not score again, or he may give you 15, a quiet 15, but I don't know, man. It's for whatever reason when they need a bucket, it seems like they don't really know where they're going. I mean, you got to have a guy that can kind of knock down shots, and tonight Boogie did that a couple times. He said, "All right, I'm going to come up and I'm going to make a couple threes," and he did that. But it's like you make a big. The thing about this team is they'll make a really big shot and then they'll give up the bucket, right? I mean, you need to get stops. After you go on a run like that, and they weren't able to do it, Matt. And I know I've said that quite often tonight, but just the inability to put together like 2 or 3 stops in a row at times has been one of the Achilles heels of this team.
Yeah, make sure these kids go to class, study up, work on your degree, get into the gym, get some shots up. Get an agent that can speak a foreign language because these kids can make a living playing basketball, but it won't be in the United States of America.
All right, we're going to take a break here. I think we've got one more segment. Get in with us if you want. 877-377-6963. It's Hog Reaction presented by Sawyer Sunrooms, the Stadium Shop on Razorback and Buffington Homes.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes, the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville, and by Sawyer's, everything for outside the house.
You got me really hot, so cool that one down.
Happy New Year from Sharp Equipment. Come on over to the new Sharp Equipment today and explore what all Sharp has to offer. From our latest offers and deals as a Wacker Newson dealer to customized hydraulic and industrial hoses, equipment repairs, and as a Cinnabogan authorized service provider, we're able to offer even more. Stop in to check out the new location at 5608 Wheeler Avenue in Fort Smith, or give us a call at 479-649-0500 to see how at Sharp Equipment we help you move more than just the world. We help you move forward. Sharp Equipment, your Wacker Newson dealer.
Are you tired of the same old smelly gym? Then it's time to try something new. Let's Hang Out. The Hangout Fitness and Sports is the River Valley's only multi-sport family-friendly facility with a 24-hour gym and indoor courts for tennis and pickleball. With over 8,000 square feet for the gym alone, it's never overcrowded. The Hangout has certified trainers on staff with group personal training available. If HIIT, bar, yoga, or Pilates is your thing, they have that too. Join today and get January for free with a 3-month commitment. Fitness, sports, and more. Let's Hang Out.
Has your spouse suddenly entered the transfer portal, going from a franchise player to a prima donna ready to take the money and run? Don't let her get away with a huge buyout. Be proactive. Call Mock Legal Solutions today to ask about custody, alimony, and child support. 479-769-1505. Because even in divorce, the best offense is a good defense. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price.
I think we should start seeing other people.
Come get you some. 2728 Townsend Avenue is your off-road and performance center headquarters. They've got everything from lift kits, wheels, LED light bars, UTV parts and accessories, winches, and tires. Need general 4x4 repair? No problem. Come get you some has one of the largest 4x4 shops in the States. They do it all, from installing a bug shield to building some of the baddest off-road machines in the country. Call them today at 782-6833. That's 782-MUD. Or check them out online at cgysoffroad.com. Come get you some.
We all make plans for the future, like car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires. Don't disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Randy Milam in Alma or Brandon Zimmerman in Barley.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
Do you need help with your next project? Metters Lumber True Value is here to help. A family-owned business since 1936, the staff has more than 90 years of experience in construction and the hardware business. If they don't have what you need, they know how to get it, and they are more than happy to accommodate your special order. So whether it's building a new deck, a paint project around the house, or needing a new set of tools, Metters Lumber True Value has everything you need. With locations in Alma, Ozark, and Clarksville, and you can shop online at metterslumber.com. Metters Lumber True Value.
Boogie feeling it right now. Steps back. 3 on the way. He made another one. Boogie Flan's been a one-man gang. 8 quick points. Followed by Jonas Adu with 2 hands. Adu pulls Arkansas within 5, and Cal calls a quick timeout.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, brought to you by Buffington Homes and by the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville. It doesn't get any more Razorback than the Stadium Shop. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963. Tune in to Hog Reaction after every Razorback basketball game right here on ESPN Arkansas.
There's an open shooter there, and the three-pointer from John L. Davis is good.
This is Hog Reaction.
78-74, Arkansas loses to the LSU Tigers tonight. Some scores around the SEC, Matt. There was some good games tonight. I know it's kind of hard to get into it.
You think, but before you get into the scores unit, if you were to say who the best team in the SEC is, do you think they got it right with Auburn, even though Broom's hurt right now? Who do you think the best team in the conference is?
I mean, I think don't get me wrong. I think losing Broom's is gonna hurt Auburn somewhere down the line. I don't know. I mean, I know they're number 1, but
Alabama, even though they took an L tonight on their home court, so did Auburn. Do you think maybe who do you think is the best team in conference?
Well,
Tennessee, though, maybe.
Yeah, I'll have to go. I know they have a.
Man, we got 4 teams in the top 5 in the SEC. The SEC's crazy right now, dude.
Every team in the SEC you can almost say has like some kind of weakness or whatever it is, but I think you got to go Auburn right now, despite Broom being out. I just think, and tonight that really did. You couldn't even tell that he wasn't in because they put up 88 points, won by 22 over Mississippi State. I mean that's pretty dominant right there. They've got, a pretty tough schedule. Obviously, they've got to play Tennessee. Tennessee's a really good team. I still think Florida is a good team. Obviously, lost tonight to Missouri. That's a bad loss for them, but I just think, that's kind of a testament to this league. You can't really take any team for granted. Alabama, number 4. I mean, Kentucky is a good team. I don't think they're the best team by any stretch. More on this game tonight.
You know what? When I was talking about Di, he set a new career high. He had 23 points and 19 boards. Dude.
We gave him some confidence, is what it was, and now he's gonna. Yeah, obviously you're able to put up 23 against Alabama. You're pretty good, but I don't know, man. When Ole Miss came in here and beat us initially, I almost felt it kind of felt like a bad loss, just because we didn't quite know just how far this team had to go. Still,
hey, you can't go down any lower. You've already pulled over. We're already at the bottom. You can only go up. This team can only go up.
This loss tonight kind of reality sets in after a loss like this, I think, a little bit. You can't really, there's only so many positive things and stuff you can say after a loss. LSU wasn't a good team. They're not a good team, and you lost. It just feels like it just came at a really bad time. You start off 0-3. You're so hungry for a win, and you feel like you've got a good chance tonight, and you don't get it done. It's depressing.
Maybe they don't eat carbs. They don't want any bread. There's too much bread down in LSU.
Yeah, and there weren't a lot of fans there tonight, but the ones that were there, they were loud and gave them just enough to get the win tonight. I still think the win of the night, Ole Miss at Alabama, is Ole Miss a team that, to go on the road and beat Alabama that way, holding them to 64 points. Alabama, who's a really good offensive team, I hate to say it, but Ole Miss may be one of those teams we're looking at as a potential best team in the conference.
Unit, as far as teams that play together, teams that are cohesive, teams that know their identity, teams that are unselfish, I'm with you there. They don't play selfish at all. You can't care. That's the best teams are. You don't care who gets the credit. You just want to win, and then you let all that stuff happen at the end. You don't worry about who scores the most points. You don't worry about who's going to be all conference. You just worry about what can I do to make the right basketball play that helps this team win the game. And that's how, when I see Ole Miss play, man, they had 5 guys in double figures today. That's what Ole Miss does. They're a team-oriented basketball team.
And I think sometimes we kind of, like you said, Matt, we don't put enough importance on that, or we take it for granted how important or how cliche. It sounds cliche, but playing as a team, how important that is. I think of teams like an Ole Miss and an Auburn. I know Auburn's number 1 in the country, but whenever you watch them play, do you think, man, these guys are just super talented? It's not that these guys are just that much more talented. It's just the way they play together. They're gritty, and they know their role, and that a lot of times is enough to win games. And right now, I think it's fun to have all the 5 stars and all that, but winning is more fun. And it seems like the formula right now, getting paying for players and all that, just doesn't seem very fun right now, Matt. I don't know if that's my point is you can have the best players, you can spend a lot of money, but that doesn't guarantee anything.
No, it's We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. All you can do is get ready for the next game. You can watch film. You can study. You can get better. I've been around. My pops is a coach, and one thing you can't do is make the same mistake twice. So you got to quit making the same mistake. And the thing as a player, you know whenever a team has success doing anything against you, the 100%, the very next team you play, they're going to try some of the same stuff that teams had success doing. So you have to protect yourself. You have to get better. You have to learn. There's a lot going on. These kids are learning how to be basketball players because, honestly, when you look at their athletic ability, it's kind of, it's on Coach Cal because this team's too athletic to be the worst team in the conference.
And tonight, I know it's hard to do in a loss, Matt, but just because you lose a game doesn't mean there's not players that played well. Who was that guy tonight that kind of, kept Arkansas in it, in your opinion, that kind of glue guy who just seemed to always be making the plays in the right moments?
Well, Boogie did have his shine there for a second, but I'm still a number 9 fan, man. I think that Adu, I think back-to-back games have been his best games in the Hog uniform. So I'm going to go number 9 tonight. I thought when we didn't give him the ball enough. We missed him, and then we would telegraph it. It was like, bro, it was so bad. Just the whole, when we move on offense, we're just moving because this is what we're supposed to do. We're not moving with purpose, and it's tough, and young kids, whatever. But I'm going Adu, man. I thought this was his best game. The last 2 games he had were his best 2 games in a Razorback uniform, and going forward, I'd like to see us get him the rock. Now, I don't know why he shot 3 3-pointers. He doesn't need to be shooting 3 3-pointers in the season, but he did attempt 3 of them tonight.
When you have your
who'd you like?
Man, I like to, I would like to see Boogie Flynn maybe shoot a higher percentage, but it's like he kind of shoots he shoots his way. If he's going into a slump, he'll shoot his way out of it, kind of in the game. And although that's good, it can hurt you if you take 17 shots and only make 6. Now the shots he did make were in critical moments, and it kept the team in the ball game. He did have 19 points. I still would like to. I don't want to see our freshman point guard, have to shoot 17 shots. I don't think that's a recipe for success necessarily. He played 38 minutes. But I guess he did make the shots when they needed to. But ultimately, you've got to get some help. Boogie Flan can't do it all, and he is a freshman. It's hard, at times to realize that, but he is a freshman, and he's a really good freshman, and it's going to take some other guys to step up, I think, and he's done a good job of doing that. John Davis did some good things tonight, but just wasn't quite enough, Matt. It's been a fun show. I know Arkansas losing doesn't always, it kind of makes the show a little more somber, but I enjoy them. Matt, I appreciate you being on, man. Hog Reaction, presented by the Stadium Shop on Razorback, Sawyer Sunrooms, and Buffington Homes. Arkansas falls 78-74. Matt, any last thoughts?
Man, I enjoy working with you, Units. It's always fun when we get a chance, and I look forward to working with you again.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Arkansas will play Missouri on Saturday. We'll have a Hog Reaction. I believe it's Ty and Zach, and hopefully it's after a Hog win. All right, we'll see you then.